How you doing, YouTube? Matt with Massive Beer Reviews back with yet another review, and we have our buddy John in tow again. Say hi, John.
Hey, what it is, bro?
John is from
NEPA, right, J&H Beer. Yeah.
J&H Beer, which is northeastern Pennsylvania. It's a to-go place that deals in singles, 4-packs, 6-packs, that whole fun stuff. They carry a wide variety of beers.
The best.
They have quite a decent selection, so if you're looking for something in your northeastern Pennsylvania, definitely check them out. You can check them out on J&H Beer on Facebook. But yeah, today we were going to be doing, he brought a bottle of, how do you say it?
Well, I say Nøgne. I don't know.
Nøgne?
Yeah.
I have no idea how to say it, so I'm going to go Nøgne. And we're probably both, yes, like it's pizza in a box. We're probably both butchering it either way. The one thing I do know, it is Dark Horizon beer, which is Russian Imperial Stout, and it's its 4th edition. So hopefully it tastes good. Boxing wise, if you're a YouTube beer review person, you watch beer reviews on YouTube, you might be familiar with Paul from PA Brew News. We went beer shopping.
Did he review this on his?
Yes, he has. He's reviewed it, but we went beer shopping several weeks ago, and we were talking about this, and he was like, "Oh, why don't you pick this up?" He's like, "It's great," and I actually said, "I don't know if I want to pick it up," only because of the label, because I'm a label whore, and for some reason, this label, the outside of this box, just did nothing for me. He loved it because it's so metal. It's the metalest box ever. His words, not mine. And so yeah, I'm actually super excited to try it because he said it was good, and I like Russian Imperial Stouts. I've been on a Russian Imperial Stout kick as of late.
Yeah, found some crazy ones though, as I understand what you were drinking.
Yes,
this is a Toblerone box, by the way.
Yeah, don't tilt it. What are you doing?
I'm just trying to show the people.
It's I can take it out of the box. Then you could show. But yeah, so I've skipped it. Well, not just because of the box, because it's like, what did you guys have this at your shop for, like $15-16 for a bottle?
It was 15. Yeah.
So it's like, for me, for a single bottle, I have to know it's gonna blow my doors off.
And for like a quarter liter too, So
yeah. So we'll take that out of there. And purple, honestly,
how dainty. Hey, that's the color. That's royal purple, bro. Like the kings.
I hate purple, man.
Medieval king color, right there.
It's like my least favorite color out of all colors.
I was gonna paint my room just like that royal purple. It'll be all gothic and shit, Yeah.
Do you have a purple crayon?
No.
Okay.
Well, that won't
so
be
there's
enough.
your Toblerone box.
Thank you, sir.
And this is the beer because it's fancy. Because, as Paul said, this is the metalest beer ever. Metalest beer ever. And nothing says metal like purple tissue paper.
Well, he said that based on the label, but did he say that when he drank it too, or no?
It was just in passing when we were at we're at his store.
Oh, okay, so this was before he had it that he said that. Okay.
No, this is after he drank it. He had multiple times.
Oh, really? Okay. Multiple times. Wow.
Yeah. So, now, we broke it out of its little cheesy Toblerone box, and now we're at the bottle itself. Now, what it says on the label, it's got a big O on it, and it says a bunch of hieroglyphics, don't understand what's going on there. Norwegian ale with coffee added. So it's a Russian Imperial with coffee, and on the side it says the name of the brewery, which Nøgne, whatever. Brewed and bottled in Nøgne, Grimstad, Norway. Dark Horizon, 4th edition. Ingredients, blah blah blah. There's so much fun involved in creating Dark Horizon. Once it ferments, everyone in the brewery is very enthusiastic and pays close attention. Is the yeast still active? Is everything okay? How are the flavors evolving? Dark Horizon is always dark and velvety. Muscovado sugar provides good aromas and reminiscent of fruits. The coffee is a chapter on its own and too long to be included here. The coffee gives Dark Horizon unique character. It is famous for, I shouldn't have paused there. And let's see, share Dark Horizon with someone you think deserves it. So, well, he doesn't deserve it, I don't deserve it, so we'll see what happens. Label-wise,
we're not worthy.
Not in the box. The box, hate it. Label-wise, love it. Love everything about it. I mean, that little story is okay. It's a little cheesy.
A little drama queen there, huh?
Yeah, something about it. Or, you know what this reminds me of? The old school Courage's, not like the, let's see, I don't have bottle opener.
Oh, yeah. The bottle's cute.
The bottle is, what is it, in like an 8 and change? Yeah, 8.5.
Oh, crap, I got everything on me. Yeah. Well, maybe. No, I don't.
No. Okay, John's going to entertain you while I go grab this right here. then we'll go old school. So yeah, I mean the bottle itself is super cool. Ooh, it smells really good.
We'll get this out of the way here for a minute.
It smells really good, actually.
No, I've had this once before, and I was saying, like...
That's dark.
I don't remember getting much coffee out of this, so we'll see what happens. But it was delish. Like Prego soup, you know?
Oh, no. Prego soup. Well, Prego soup has MSG in it, so it tastes delicious. So, if this has MSG in it, then... head-wise, it had a gigantic, huge... No, it had no head whatsoever.
It did have about as much head as that other one, I mean, considering...
No, not at all, man. You never not saw the beer at all. You'd always see the beer. The other one actually got about a finger full. And then
did you get a finger full? I didn't even notice that I had. Yeah.
Body-wise, I mean, that's not black. That's brown, yeah? It's not red.
Yeah, in the light, yeah.
Yeah. It's brown as brown could be.
It's like deep, dark chew spit.
What's the ABV on this?
16, I believe. I don't even know if it says it on there. I think it's 16.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another Shelton Brothers product. Those guys have the market cornered on the good stuff. Oh yeah, 16.
Got some good legs on there. It's very, like I said, it has a nice amount of froth on the side though. Like you're not just getting legs. It's a lot of foam on there too when you're swirling it. It's just very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It smells powerful.
Intense alcohol.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
you can smell the coffee.
I'm getting coffee. That's what I was just going to say. It's
like an espresso more than a coffee.
Yeah, it's just a really dark bean. I don't know if it's just because it
alcohol, malts, and coffee. It's just like in your face. Like it's not fucking around.
It's a tad bit like almost like a sour tinge to it. Like I don't know if that's almost like if you had rye, like that like tart, like that sour mash kind of note. A little bit.
No, I don't get any sour from. But then again, you drink tons of sour, so maybe you clue in on that.
It's not like it's just like that kind of like that grainy, like kind of like how it's like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No. I know what you're talking about
now. A little bit. There's definitely
like an earthy malt.
Yeah. Well, like what?
Like an earthy malt.
Earthy. Yeah. Like a little bit of licorice, anise, and stuff. Yeah, for sure. But not as if they added it. You could tell that it's just a like presence on that, but.
Go in there.
Yeah.
Cheers. Wow. That's way... I mean, it's got a little bit of heat on the back, but it's super drinkable. It's not like harsh at all.
16.
I mean... dry and there's a nice burn on dry and a little bit of heat on the back end, but not like super off-putting.
That's what I'm saying though. It's like if you have like one thing that comes to mind when I'm just thinking of like the super crazy ones that I've had recently, like the Avery Devil series or whatever they make, the Beast and stuff like that. Yeah. So much more sugary. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
this one is just like nice and
The thing with and this is me and Joe from NEPA Beer Reviews, another review show, and I mentioned on here. If you're gonna check anybody out, check him out too.
Getting his diploma now. Right?
Yeah, learn how to brew beer. But the thing we did with not to go off tangent from this beer, but when we did Avery beer, we did two of them. I think the one we were talking about, which we were doing the same ale, is that they're super boozy. Yeah. But their booze is a delivery system for flavor, like like it's like out of this world. Like I don't know how they do it. Like when you drink their beer, it's boozy, but that booziness is bringing more flavor in a different component to your senses. Whereas some stuff's just boozy. You know what I mean? Like this is boozy slightly. It's not like that booziness is bringing anything else other than the booziness.
It is because
the Avery brings more flavor with the booziness.
Stouts are just inherently a lot cleaner, and that's what I find. Like any English style is just like much cleaner, except for barley wines and stuff. But like the IPAs and the stouts and stuff, they're always cleaner. So I like that crazy shit, you know. But
yeah, but it's like taste wise, really nice mouthfeel. Not super dense, but nice and creamy, almost a little gritty.
It's like on the lower end of full bodied, like.
But it's a little gritty for me. It has a little bit of like grainy texture to it.
Yes, yeah.
It's got a little bit of a dry hop finish to it.
Yeah.
It's definitely malty. It's definitely
herbal
sweet.
Hops, yeah.
You know what I mean? You can definitely taste the coffee there. And it's a bit booziness. Like this or boozy, not booziness, boozy. Like this year you said this is 4th edition, which means just not even a year old, probably, right?
Yeah, it's probably around there. Yeah, but what I was gonna get out of this
like
too,
5 years would make this off the hook.
Yeah. Well, you know how when you get like big stouts like Dark Lord and Black Tuesday, it's sweet, but it's not roasty like a stout. Usually stouts are like dry and roasty. This is much more roastier than a stout that would be this big. That would be similar to this. Like a lot of stouts that I get don't get that like really dry roasted effect on it. They're just sweeter and like maltier. You know what I mean?
See, I like that though. I don't like that dry roastiness. I like the roastiness, but I don't like that uber dryness in my Russian Imperials. I like it's like Russian Imperials.
You like that dank malt.
Russian Imperials are a lot like Doppelbocks. Some Doppelbocks are thinner bodied and more milder and not super dense. And then there's super thick, creamy, dense Doppelbocks that have a crazy huge body and a huge malt character. There's like, almost there should be a separate delineation between the two. The same thing goes for like, actually, let's put it this way. It almost seems like a lot of Belgian styles, triples and blondes are the same beer, but somebody needs to figure out which one goes where. To me, there should be a separation in Russian Imperial Stouts. There should be like a dry Russian Imperial Stout or there should be some verbiage that dictates the two between Russian Imperials. Because I can get a Russian Imperial and be like an old curmudgeon. I'm not a huge old curmudgeon fan because it has that super dry hop finish. It's dry, super hoppy in the end. Not a big fan. But then I have like Courage, or I have like that Black Albert, or I have something like that where I'm like, or what was that one? The Avery Uncle Jacobs. I'm like, this is perfect for me. So it's like I need that definition. There needs to be some kind of definition there.
Well, I think that, like, that America's beer scene is far behind Belgium's. Now, in Belgium, they claim that they have, like, hundreds of styles. But, see, we have these specific categories that we put everything into, so there's only X amount of places to put these, and we often group together beers that aren't supposed to be grouped together. But in Belgium, they just say, we have, like, everyone's a different style. You know what I mean? Yeah, so
yes and no, though, because then if this is, if this had a specific style, they would name it a specific style. This is a Russian... Name me a different species from a Russian Imperial Stout.
A different species?
Like, something similar, but different.
Well, you have your American Imperial Stouts, which are just like a lot hoppier and stuff. Or some export stouts are pretty... I mean, mostly stouts, though. There's nothing like that's... Or an Imperial... Well, maybe Smoking Wood. I mean, as a porter, that's pretty thick.
But the Smoking Wood's not even a Russian Imperial Stout. That's its own entity. It's its own thing.
If you took the base beer of that'd be pretty dank, though, on its own. Like, it would be almost...
But my point is that Russian Imperial Stouts as a whole, like, this is called a Russian Imperial Stout. There's a lot of beers that are called Russian Imperial Stouts. I think there should be some kind of line drawn to the difference between, like... I'm not trying to call out different characteristics. Other than hoppy dryness versus sweet, not as dry. You know what I mean? Like, to me, that there's a line there, and there's no way to differentiate other than looking stuff up and trying to figure out what's what from reading reviews. Which I never do because I try to grab a beer and experience it for myself. That it's hard to figure out what's what based off of just the name.
Well, when you pick up a bottle of Victory, Storm King it is, and you're pretty much drinking a black IPA, but you're expecting a stout. That's exactly like, you want to know, but it doesn't say. And oftentimes, if they would put the IBUs on the bottle, you would assume you would kind of know what you're getting into. But sometimes
that's the thing, though.
They don't,
Like I said, not to harken back, I already mentioned it once already, I had that Black Albert from Destruce. 100 IBUs. Not 1 ounce of hop.
Really?
100. You know what I mean? So it's a matter of balance. It's a matter of how you're brewing the beer.
Because even like Breakfast Stout has 60, and you could definitely tell for the first year.
100, not one, not nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's one, it's a matter of balance, and two, it's a matter of like I want to know what I want to buy, and that's why I want that kind of definition to be there without me having to dig through reviews of figuring out what beer is all about. Now back to this beer. We've talked too much about just Russian Imperials in general. If I were to give this a grade, I'd probably give it a high grade too. I'd probably give it up. I'd give it close to what I gave before. We reviewed early. We did a Dew to Seal peppercorn beer. I gave that a 93. I'd probably give this close to that. I give this probably like a 93, 94. It's that good of a beer. It's not that it's not fantastic. I like it a lot. You know what I mean? It's just missing a little things for me. Like, I wouldn't give it as high as a score as some of the other Russian Imperials have had, but it's really good.
They did package it in an excellent size bottle for a single person consumption for sure. I would say for sure a 92 out of 100 in terms of my scales too. A little bit. Definitely better than the last one. Like I said, like I like beers like this, but I just had to give. I mean, like you just have to. I try to grade it for what I'm drinking too. You know what I mean? Because I can't just give like a hefty like compared against like a barrel aged stout or something because that's what I always.
No, see, that's what you have to do. You have to just grade it for what it is, man. Right. Like I make the mistake of saying sometimes I'll grade it for its style. No, just grade it for what it is. Grade it for what it is. Is it good or bad?
If the session beers wanted to be that good, they'd make them that good, right?
Yeah, because on a scale from 1 to 100, if this beer is a 85, or no, this beer, let's say not this beer, but some beer is like a 99, but in its style, but it's a 70 on a grand scheme of things. That doesn't make any sense. Just grade it for what it is.
It has a nice.
It's a little bit too boozy for me.
Almost like if you had like one of those licorice lozenges when you're sick. Not the ones with the like any of them.
I know what you're talking about.
Just like the flavor of like licorice and stuff. Very, very good. But definitely like I said, get that roastiness. I like that. But it's only out of sweetness, I'd say for a boozy beer, this is only like a 5 out of 10 for how, or maybe a 6 for how sweet it could be. It really isn't that bad.
It's not a matter of sweetness. It's a matter of, like, I'm getting a ton of alcohol on it.
Well, because, like, I mean, I like sweet beers, but we don't want to go to that warmer winter thing.
No.
Yeah, that we had, like I said. So I like the big beers, but you got to be careful about what you're doing with that sugar.
So you would give it, like, lower 90s. I give it, like, low to mid 90s.
Definitely, like, a 91, 92 for sure, yeah.
I
love this when I had it at first. It was good beer.
As far as availability, I've actually seen it in a couple places. I've seen it as his shop. I've seen it in a couple different places. And here's the thing. It's usually retailed, like, what did you say before? Around $15?
MSRP at my place was $14.99. Yeah.
Okay. Now, to me, on a value scale, well, availability, I'll give it like a 6 because I can find it usually when I want to find it.
It isn't too hard to, but yeah. And
exactly, it's not
for
easy
me,
to find, but
even for me to buy, it's not, because
Value-wise, I'd have to give it like a 3, maybe a 4, because at $15, I can buy a Courage, and that's what I base all my Russian Imperials off of. I can drive right now and buy a 4-pack of Courage for probably less than $40. So you're looking at less than $10 a beer. For me, that smokes.
Is that what they are? Because I never bought one of those. I just
it's singles. Yeah, you usually get it like around $11.
Well, I'm going to compare this to another dark beer that I love. And that's why I compare like Last Abbeys.
As long as it's not a brewery.
No, because Last Abbeys are like the 2 barrel-aged ones that I have at the store right now. They're 16 and 17, they're phenomenal beers, but if you have a small bottle, I drink the shit out of them, but you could go and get the Brewery, which is, don't say anything, it's in my store, the smoking woods were $18.99, and that's 3 times the size of that, and the quality is just as good, so I like that better, so it's just, so yeah, I'd say like a 3, too. Yeah. Because some beers get a bad rap, you look at, some people complain, and this just might be the people that aren't into beer so much, but they look and they say, "Oh, $20 for a 750," and it's like that's really not that bad. You pay some crazy beers are like $20 for a freaking 8-ounce, So it's
who's the king of the 750s?
Yeah,
in my eyes,
king of 750s.
King of the 750s.
You mean a brewery?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Fucking AleSmith.
Yeah. Well, we just got into them. They got some crazy stuff.
I just got their. Did you have their 2013 Decadence? Have you had that yet?
We had the 2012 a couple times. That was one that you had with me.
But that's every year it changes style.
Yeah. So what was it this year?
2013 is a Doppelbock.
Okay. Really?
I reviewed it like 2 nights ago. I said I haven't posted it yet. $13 for $7.50.
Yeah.
That.
Yeah.
Money. That's in the value scale right there. But again. John, J&H Beer. If you want to check him out, you can check him out on Facebook at J&H Beer, Northeastern Pennsylvania. Matt with Massive Beer Reviews at Massive Beers on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Way more active on Instagram, so if you're going to check us out anywhere, check us out there. And hopefully you enjoyed our review. Hopefully you're enjoying a great beer right now, and hopefully you see you next time. Cheers.